sentar, bater, mergulhar. Subiam, faz a chateada. 7, foi. 1.
Vamos lá, formação das meninas. 7.
The nature of how myself and Barbara work is always the same. In terms of our collaborative practice, we want to make a portrait, and the portrait is at the crossroads of construction of identity. You know, so the artists that we're working with are all fundamentally reconstructing a possible reading of who they are.
I am Bàrbara Wagner.
I'm DeBurca.
We have been working for the last 10 years in making films in collaboration with other artists, mainly in the northeast of Brazil.
For people who visit the museum, they'll see 5 films that also map, in many respects, both political and social developments of Brazil over that same period of time. Each of the films addresses a different type of cultural expression from Brazil. And I think in many respects, each one addresses a crossing point between what's considered traditional forms with contemporary readings of identity construction.
I think the 5 films show to us a certain development of all the practices of the artists we have been working with in this very moment, but still so connected to traditions from the past in that area of Brazil, moving from the street to the stage, and then to the altar in the church, to the sports courts, you know, and then just back to the land, back to where you really get to your ideas of community and culture.
Each film takes on a very different, complex question that's represented by different communities, all working on a reformulation of identity, of self-identity, often through the access to technology, which is also something that occurred very clearly over these past 10 years in Brazil too. Well, what's this shift between who you are, what other people consider you, and who you desire to be and how you wish to be seen? So there's this slippage area in between the two. I think where Barbara and my practice operate in terms of creating a portrait of people that we work with at the moment that we're making the film. So there's a kind of a meta portrait occurrence, because they are performing themselves as their artistic selves, and within that portrait we see them as who they are as well. I mean, they are both integrated into the same principle. Sometimes we need a mask in order for us to feel ourselves, you know, this is the truth. An MC might put on sunglasses and a gold chain and a hat. What's the essential difference between that and let's say a young budding evangelical gospel singer who also puts on the shirt, carries a Bible, and you know, and brings all these codes of self-identity, which make them feel more comfortable in the world, as in terms of how they are creating or constructing their own identities.
We work with artists who are working with the idea of fantasy, of a certain imagination. So their work is fundamentally fictional.
But it's a fiction that points towards a fact, ways of living, you know. And it's mine and Barbara's role to ensure that that portrait is true to who they feel they are, and true to who they wish to be, or how they wish to be seen as well.